Welcome to the weekly challenge. My name is Tim Corey, and it's my goal to make learning C# easier. One of the ways learning C# becomes easier is through practice. In this video, I'm going to challenge you to put a couple different things together. You're going to need link, events, list binding, and a couple other pieces in order to make my little demo work. Now to get started, if you're on YouTube, follow the link in the description to go to the challenge lesson. This lesson is part of the weekly challenge course. There you can see and download this video, but also right below the video, you'll also see downloads for the instructions and the starter code as well. Use these to get started. Now you may also notice that there's another lesson right after this one that has a solution for this challenge. To get the solution for this challenge, which includes a full video on how I would do it, to get that solution and the solution for every challenge I've ever issued, you'll need to subscribe to the course. When you do, every solution will unlock. You can download every video and all the source code. You'll also be set up to get new challenges and solutions a bit early each week. Now, you don't have to buy a thing in order to do this challenge. It's just if you want those solutions. So let's start by looking at what we have to do for this challenge. What we have to do is create an application that tells you what pills to take when you click a button. So the idea here is that we have a list of medications we need to take every day. And obviously, usually you don't have the idea of whenever you want to, you take those medications. Usually there's a timing involved. So I take some pills in the morning, some pills at noon, some pills at night, something like that. So this application is going to track that. And it's going to tell you, hey, you have new pills to take. So the goal here is when you click a button, it should tell you, here's the pills you have to take today. Now, we're going to have a list of all the different medication we can take or should take throughout the day, but we want to filter that list using link to display just the medications that are due. So you wouldn't want to display a medication that is for midnight or 11 p.m. if it's 8 a.m. So we're going to wire up the take pill button as well, and I'll show you that in just a minute, to ensure the pills get removed from the list. So we're going to have this list of, okay, here's 3 pills you have to take so far, and then we click the I took that pill. It's going to remove it from the list of pills you need to take for today. So that's the goal. Let's go to the bonus first, and then I'll show you the source code, and it kind of makes a little more sense. So the bonus is, instead of clicking that button to update the list, that list should update automatically. So the idea is we don't want the user to always click that button. We want to just kind of say, hey, there's a new pill to take once the time hits the correct time. So that's the big difference in the bonus lesson. That's a little bit tricky, but I think you can get it. Okay, so let's look at our source code. First, we'll start by looking at the form. That makes the most sense, I think. Over here is all the pills that you need to take throughout the day. So it's just going to be a list of pills to take. And then over here on the left is a list of which pills you need to take today. So this is a box you're going to fill in. And here's that refresh button. So every time you click refresh, it's going to fill in this list with, here's the pills you have to take today. Then when you select a pill, you're going to click this Take Pill button, which is not wired up yet. When you click that, it's going to remove that from the pills to take list. Okay, let's run this real quick just to kind of see it. And here, notice there's 5 pills. They're not in order. You should order this list over here, but they're not in order over here. These are all the pills that this person theoretically takes. Now, obviously, these are all made up. The white one, the big one, the red one, the oval one, the round ones. So this is just to kind of show you how this would work. And that's all this is, a demo application. It's not a real full-featured application. It's just to kind of test your skills in a certain area. So let's look at the code behind for this. So the idea is, which let me just walk through real quick. If you hit refresh, it's going to take, well, for right now, it's going to take probably this one right here and this one right here, and it's going to put it over here and say, these are the pills you need to take. But then when I click the take pill, it's going to remove the one I had selected. If I hit refresh again, that one's not going to come back because I've already taken that one today. So that's the tricky bit as well. All right, the code behind this is fairly simple. We've got a binding list, and this kind of gives you a good example of how to wire up a list. So kind of make it a little easier for you. We've got a binding list that wires up that right-hand list. So that's the medications. And there's the wire up in the constructor. And I populate with dummy data, which is just a few records just to get you started. And that's all there is to the code behind. Now the pill model, pretty simple. We have the pill name and the time to take and the last taken. This pill info is just a read-only property that combines pill name and the time to take. So it says this pill at this time. So last taken is going to be when you last took it. So if you took it yesterday, that doesn't count for today. So if it's due every morning at 6 a.m. and it's 6:01, it's going to check to see, well, is the time to take previous to the current time. So 6 a.m. is previous to 6:01, therefore it's going to show it. But if we say that we've taken it today, then it's not going to show it. So that's kind of how you're going to make this work. And just to kind of show you again how we're wiring up here, that's how I filled in the time to take. I didn't really care about the time, the date for time to take. It's just the time. So that's what I filled in. 15 minutes after midnight, 27 minutes after midnight, and then 6:15 p.m., 11:45 p.m., and 8 a.m. So that's how you filled in the various parts here of our application. Your job is to wire the rest of them up. Now you might wonder what that looks like in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and run an application here. This is the working application. Notice it's already refreshed. I did not hit this button. This list was populated automatically. If I click take pill on the white one, it's going to go away. And it's not going to show back up. This list is refreshing every second. Now it's quite aggressive, but that's what I do for testing. And so it's refreshing every second and making sure that I don't have a new pill to take. And since I don't, then it's not going to show the list. Even though this one right here, the 12:15, should be on the list, because I took it today, it's no longer going to show up. Okay? So that's it. You got it? I hope so. Good luck and happy coding.